Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you're making your goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you're learning to have the perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 33, NASDAQ up 4, S&Ps were flat. Gold contract up $9.10, trading at $1,604 an ounce. Silver down 3 cents at $28.64 an ounce. Platinum up $6 at $1,582 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $3.45 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $96.49 a barrel. Bonds up 29 ticks at $144.19. King dollar up 377 ticks, trading out at 83.42. Euro down 87 at 127.74, and the yen flat at 94.46. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Cash S&P. You got to love this, folks, okay? So, you talk about hanging up here. Oh, baby, it's hanging. So, the low of the cash S&P today, 51, rejected the low, closed out at 1562, which is the high. And we know what it's going after. You're going after, folks, this October 07 high. That's what it wants to hit, and I suspect it's going to get hit tomorrow. This thing is lining up so sweet, it's amazing. Meaning that, how the heck does this work, okay? You're the end of the quarter, the end of the month, you're the end of the trading because Good Friday. So it's tomorrow, and I suspect we're going to see that get hit. Now, what do we do out here today? Did 519 million. So your volume is contracting once again, and you know that's what it needs to do if you're going to have a failure up at those levels, folks. We actually we did 596 million. So you're still pushing it to highs with dramatically lighter volume. We go to the Dow Industrial. Same setup in the Dow. Dow's just hanging up there. This has been the 10th day it's up there. Dow's at the 14,526, and I do expect when you see the cash S&P go for that 1576, we'll see the Dow up another $100. Now, you want some other harmony? Here we go. NASDAQ Composite. Composite up $4 today. You got to a low of 32.26, 32.27, rejected the low, pushed into the high, closed at the high, did 1.4 billion versus 1.6. Now, doesn't have the juice, number one, but what you also have is this is a small last engulfing, and a last engulfing actually looks bullish, but it's bearish. And what it is, folks, you don't want to see a market that starts at the lows, closes at the highs when you're already at the highs. But this morning it was just a sweet setup. Gold market. Let's go over and take a look at the gold market. What we have with gold out here is this. Gold contract today did... interesting. 1 second. We might be changing contracts here because that gold contract, 1 second, 49,000 I hope that's not 49,000. 1 second. Gold. Where is she? GC. There we go. Okay, good. Now we're in good shape. Okay. So we get the GCM. This is what we did out here. We got to a low out here today of 1591. We closed at 1605. You did 154,000 contracts. What you have here, folks, we go to the GLD. I suspect these babies are going to get off the bottom, which is going to be just amazing. It's going to be wild watching this shake out because, well, here, let's go through this first. So your GLD, what you did with the GLD, you had 6.6 million shares. You're going into a swing high up here with 4.9. So I suspect gold wants to get higher right now. That's what it really comes down to, which is just really, it's actually counterintuitive, GCM3. And the reason being is this, is that what we've had is that the euro was down, dollar was up, gold was up. The actual equities acted with another sign of strength. And, you know, this is where the correlation is going to come down to, I suspect, even on a fundamental basis, is that the dollar and gold want to move together. Why? Because the euro's toast, and people are basically going to start pushing money. The Europeans definitely should push money into gold. Now, hey, this is a wild one. What you can also have, you want to see something that's wild in the gold market, folks, and this is what's so cool about currencies. So gold in dollars is 1605, right? Well, guess what? We'll see whether the Japanese want to start getting into gold. But if you put, because the Japanese yen has got so weak, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, I'm going to show you something. If you don't, I'm just going to explain it if you're in your car. When I just put a chart up, and what you have here, when you're looking at it, it's still saying 1605 U.S. dollars. But what this is in actually yen dollars. And the high in yen dollars is just say 158 million, and right now we're at 152 million yen. Okay. Bottom line is that because the yen has got much weaker, the Japanese very well may stop buying some gold too. So it's going to be really wild watching this whole thing shake out. Bond market. Let's go over and we take a look at the bond market. 30-year bonds out here today. We did 404,000 contracts out here, and that's pushing that swing point again with volume. The swing point up there, last swing point we had up there had 512,000. Bottom line, these bonds want to go higher, folks. Now, what I do expect, now this is where the well, it's not really divergence, because bonds are going higher today, dollars going higher, market's going higher. The market, however, doesn't have the juice where the bond market absolutely has the juice. In fact, the bond market today, I can almost make a case that it just took out a small ABC structure on the way up. 407 to 404. No, it didn't do it with volume. Bonds want to go higher. That's the bottom line. We go over to the dollar index. The dollar index has been making its way up to this 84.25 level. We did out here today. Now, the dollar index didn't have enough volume out here today. Just didn't have it. 28,000 contracts. But guess what? When you close at higher price, this wants to go to the 84.25 level also. That's the next swing point up there. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let me show you some divergence. Okay, so bottom line, you're coming into Thursday. We're coming into the end of the month. This S&P wants to go hit it. Okay, so the real question is going to be, how does the test get done? Number one, is it a successful test? Meaning, does volume come in, blows it away, see you later, see you wouldn't want to be here, top side? Or does it go over the highs, closes underneath them, has lighter volume? Well, Big Blue is not operating today, folks. And IBM, you're at 210.89. We had expansion of volume today on the way down with the good market. Market opened down, but that was a gaffe because, well, anyway, bottom line is that I suspect it was going to go higher. It was just set up that way. But now watch this, because Big Blue is going to be a huge heads up. And what that heads up is, and it's tomorrow, folks, right now we are at 210.89. Now, any close under 211.79 tomorrow would be bearish. Now, it's only bearish to the point of Big Blue going to 183, by the way. But I want it's important in the context because Big Blue has been the strongest stock inside, one of the strongest stocks inside the Dow. That's the first part. So the first price point is 211.79. That's bearish. More bearish would be 210.69. And what you have there, you have a triple top that's laying in place. And it's not that it wants to come down a whole bunch. What you have is that it's been one of the strongest stocks that's acted exactly how an equity should act when it wants to go to higher price. We go over and we take a look at the NASDAQ. Now, inside the NASDAQ, because you want the correlations going together, saying, okay, so you have the correlation of the Dow Industrials. We'll go over and we take a look at the NASDAQ. Google out here today, what do we have? Expansion of volume on the way down. Down $9. You're at 802. You're coming into a swing point there of 801.42. We did 2.1 million shares. And guess what, folks? It closed at 802.66. It's going to go for this tomorrow. And today, it had an extra 400,000 going into it. It looks like it's going to blow that baby away. We take that together with Apple. Nice day. what? Guess what? Apple couldn't handle it. Apple down $9 at $452.08. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Don't forget, folks, if you haven't been in the Tiger's Den yet, we have open house in the Tiger's Den. That's our state-of-the-art trading room, open 24 hours a day. It's this week only, but once you sign up, you're good for a month, absolutely free. You stay there. We're coming right back.